As time goes by, the modern world gets closer and closer to certain animal species being extinct. Although it can be a hard truth for many to grasp, extinction is a natural phenomenon, and that's just the way it is. But while it can be very sad to think some animals may be facing their last few years on Earth, these are other prehistoric species that we were happy to have seen go. From the biggest to the most ferocious, let's take a look at some of the most terrifying animals in history, and while we are glad they don't exist anymore. Before we get started, make sure to leave a like on this video. Also, if you would like to join this month's Star 5 giveaway of a brand new iPhone 12, then all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and watch this video until the end to find and comment the hidden message. Good luck! Number 10. Ratzilla, Fattest pattersoni. Let's begin our list with an animal that has gone through multiple stages of evolution. If you thought regular-sized rats were scary or unpleasant to look at, wait until you see the so-called ratzillas. Even its scientific name, Fattest pattersoni, is terrifying on its own. Said to live in the ancient Orinoco River around 8 million years ago, these ratzillas dominated their respective land. Archaeological research shows that the extinct animal was around 10 feet long, with a 5-foot tail and sharp foot-long and scissor teeth. The proportions of the prehistoric animal were so massive and shocking, some scientists think the ratzillas were the largest rodents living in their time. And so, while looking at a small mouse or a rat may be frightening, let's not forget the terrifying time when Fattest pattersoni roamed our Earth. Number 9. Saber-toothed, Smilodon fatalis. Some are naturally dog people, while others gravitate toward cats more. But no matter how much you may love the furry little kittens, chances are you won't be too keen on this next extinct species. Known as saber-tooth, these giant predators date back to 42 million years. The Smilodon fatalis species were said to dominate mostly North America and Europe, as their fossils have been found scattered around these continents. Along with their signature saber-shaped teeth, these big cats were known for their quick attack and heavy punch. Unlike lions or leopards, who usually chase down their prey, these carnivores were masters at ambushing their meals. And so, even though saber-tooth resembled other big cat species, their unique attack tactic and giant teeth are what naturally set apart the Smilodon fatalis. Number 8. Millipede, Arthropleura. If you get squeamish thinking about worms or large insects, we suggest you look aside, because the prehistoric millipede may haunt some of you in sleep. Back in North America and Scotland, the giant arthropleuras would be seen crawling around the woods. Said to have lived over 300 million years ago, these 8-foot millipedes still hold the title of being the largest known invertebrates of all time. Mostly found in warm tundra or around large forests, these ginormous millipedes had hundreds of small legs attached to their stomach. Masters at quick maneuvers, the prehistoric herbivores could move extremely quickly and with excellent precision. And while they posed no threat to humans, it's safe to say the Arthropleura could scare any person who came across it. Number 7. Terror birds, Forest racidae. Up next, we have the Forest racidae, also known as terror birds. Even at their prime, around 100 million years ago, these 10 feet tall vertebrates posed grave danger to all species around. These terror birds were notorious for their sharp and strong attack maneuvers. Scientists believe once a prey was close enough, the Forest racidae would strike their heads downward and kill their meals by cracking their skulls. But that's not all. Thanks to their giant beaks and sharp teeth, the terror birds had no problem swallowing their prey whole and then regurgitating the indigestible parts, like the modern-day owl. If it wasn't for their extinction 2 million years ago, the terror birds would terrorize anything and everything that came near their respective lands. Number 6. Megalodon. We're definitely going to need a bigger boat, because if modern-day sharks weren't scary enough, the world was once dominated by the megalodons. These 60 feet long ocean predators could make white sharks look like small fish swimming around the aquarium. Known as the largest shark to ever live, the enormous predators thankfully went extinct around 4 million years ago. With unimaginable proportions, the megalodon consumed their prey with the help of their ginormous jawbone. Said to be 5 times bigger than that of a modern-day shark, it's no wonder why the megalodon was so feared. And now, after almost 60 million years of their prime, these ocean predators are still regarded as the most formidable carnivore to ever have existed. Number 5. Argentinosaurus. If the 90s classic film Jurassic Park wasn't proof enough, the 21st century world is very fortunate not to have giant dinosaurs wandering around its land. Dinosaurs are notoriously one of the most famous animals to go extinct. With over 100 subspecies in its name, everyone has heard of at least one type of dinosaur in their lifetime. But today, let's focus on the biggest and the largest of them all, the Argentinosaurus. Said to weigh around 100 tons, the equivalent of 17 African elephants, these extinct predators are thought to be one of the largest creatures to ever roam Earth. Famous for their long necks and relatively short legs, these dinosaurs lived during the late Cretaceous period, or modern-day Argentina. While they may not be the most famous of their kind, it's no secret that Argentinosauruses were terrifying predators that shook prey to their core. Number 4. Jacalopterus. What's scarier than a scorpion? How about a giant sea scorpion said to measure 8 feet in length? If that sounds too unrealistic, then get ready to meet the Jacalopterus. With their characteristic pincher claws and long body, these Eurypterids terrified anything that got in their way. According to zoologists and scientists, the Jacalopterus had segmented bodies with multiple specialized limbs that often had spikes at the ends. Thanks to their spring-loaded claws, they had no problem snatching up their prey as they passed by. And even though the Jacalopterus lived and hunted in deep waters, beachgoers across the globe should be lucky to never encounter the extinct scorpions. Number 3. Helicoprion. Speaking of the deep blue sea, let's take a look at another extinct ocean creature that spread fear with its every move. Known as Helicoprion, these giant predators had one of the most bizarre and unique anatomy paleontologists have ever seen. Living over 290 million years ago in the early Permian era, these shark-like creatures were distinct thanks to their teeth-hole anatomy. Scientists believe the Helicoprion didn't have upper teeth. Instead, they used their rotating circular saw blade teeth that cut down their prey into small bits. Mostly fed on squids or other cephalopods, the Helicoprion would have no problem terrorizing other creatures on its path, which is why we are more than glad to see these tooth-hole predators go extinct. Number 2. Mega crocodile Deinosuchus. If you think no prehistoric creature could defeat the giant dinosaurs, think again. Because the Deinosuchus species were famous for fighting and battling T-Rexes and other dinosaur kinds. Known as mega crocodiles, these extinct predators crashed and killed any living creature that came their way. With 40-foot-long bodies and extremely sharp teeth, the sea monsters would often go against King of Dinosaurs. Mostly dominating North America, the mega crocodile was said to be 4 times the size of the modern-day biters. But thankfully, along with their prey, the T-Rex, the Deinosuchus saw their last years on Earth around 70 million years ago. Imagine living around creatures paleontologists described as, "These new specimens we've examined reveal a bizarre, monstrous predator with teeth the size of bananas." Here's to hoping they never make a comeback. Number 1. Titanoboa. And last but not least, let's talk about the giant reptile we are most glad to see go extinct. Feast your eyes on the one-of-a-kind Titanoboa. Around 10 million years ago, lived a species of snakes that was thought to be the largest in history. These 42-feet-long creatures weighed around 2,500 pounds and lived during the Paleocene epoch. Much like other jaw-dropping sea monsters, the ginormous Titanoboa would hunt and prey submerged at the water's edge. Known for their unequivocal constricting power, these enormous snakes would deliver a crushing death within seconds. Mostly occupying rainforest of South America, The titanoboa could make any creature tremble with pure fear and panic, which is why the modern world should be grateful to have bid farewell to these unimaginably giant and terror-provoking snakes. And with that, we end today's video. Which of these dangerous and deadly animals did you find the most interesting? Would you want to live in a world where they existed? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Also, make sure you subscribe and give us a like. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from Star 5. Until next time.